Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's no secret that one of the benefits of living in the North Country is that we got a lot of farmland and a lot of very dedicated people in our community to help us stay healthy and grow fresh fruit and vegetables and meats and cheeses and milk. And in Glens Falls, you might remember not too long ago, Rich Serino, a friend of mine, Sue Duncan, came on because Glens Falls was going to start a food co-op. And that had to be back in February or March or something, right?
February, yes.
Yeah, it was, because I remember it was cold out. And I asked him to come back and check in. So Alesa DelSignore is joining us today, who's a volunteer at the food co-op, and probably much more than a volunteer, is very involved in making certain that that food co-op is in business, right? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. So welcome.
Hi.
Very nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
So a lot has happened between February and May, right?
Yes, a lot has happened.
Tell us.
Well, we are continuing to grow our inventory. We only had a dozen or so members that were still current at the time of opening, and we have about 150 now.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Great progress.
Yes, and we're gaining more and more volunteers, and we are going to be having a festival in only a few days. I tried to say that without an eye twitch, but...
Oh no, you have to, but anytime you say festival, you have to twitch your eye.
Okay.
It's one of the things we do in media.
Our grand opening, though, is the same day. It's May 22nd, and we're pairing it with our Food and Farm Festival, which is our third annual, but it's now in City Park, and it's like you can actually see it from where the store is. So it's very exciting.
Now, the food co-op itself is in a great location.
It's in a great location.
I think that building is one of the nicest in Glens Falls. It's what they call it, the Empire Plaza building?
Empire Theater Plaza.
Yes. Okay.
And when we were moving, we were not expecting anything like that. We were very lucky to have gotten that location. It's amazing.
It's right off of Glen Street, it's right perpendicular to Glen Street. You can't miss this building. It's a gorgeous Art Deco building. And you're located right in the front on the ground floor. So a lot of street traffic, right? Now, I personally just love the idea of a food co-op way back in the 70s. Yep, I'm that old. My wife and I, one of the first things we did was join a food co-op. And, you know, interestingly enough, you would think offhand, okay, so support local farmers and get local food, but there are many reasons to join a food co-op, right?
Yes.
Give us some of those.
There's
what
so
are the
many
benefits?
Reasons. Well, one of them is that the food is usually healthier.
Right,
We make really sure that it's not pumped full of chemicals, it's being sustainably grown. Also, that the workers that are helping create the foods are being treated fairly. And we try to get as much of our vendors to be local as possible. If we can get something local, we're going to go there first. So we're supporting our local economy. Yeah, we're supporting our community.
You know, and I want to cycle back on that one thing. You know, again, you concentrate on the food, and we've got some of it here. Let me tell you, it's spectacular. But yes, you also take in consideration the working conditions for the people actually producing the food, right?
Yeah.
And if it's local, of course, it helps the local economy. I mean, it certainly makes a heck of a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, the way the food co-ops work that I know, you're a member.
Yes.
Okay, so what's involved there? Individual membership, family membership?
Yes, and patron membership. But you don't have to be a member to actually shop. We allow anyone to shop at the food co-op. But if you become a member, you get a discount. And then members that volunteer get a steeper discount. And we're 100% volunteer run, so we really, really like people to become volunteers, but we don't push it.
Yeah, I got it. You know, but to be a member, a lot of benefits. The discount is one thing, but for $50 for an individual, that's for a year. That isn't a week or for a month, or $50 for a year. $100, I think you were telling me, for a family?
Yeah, and you can add up to 3 other people. Same thing with patrons, and make it a larger discount. And people that can't afford a membership, people that have some sort of income-based benefits, receive a free individual membership. And that's where we get some of our best volunteers. So we really want to encompass the whole community and support them.
Well, you know, you're thinking we're having to live in a time where everything is so cynical, right? And that everything is all technology-based and all this stuff. And a food co-op really represents the best of what a community is. You know, there are volunteers involved. It supports the local economy. It's the farmers, the food is fresh, it's right there, and what I loved about the co-op, honest, was the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
You see people you know all the time, and you're in and out of there all the time. You're open, you're really dedicated. This Glens Falls Food Co-op is very dedicated.
We are.
Every day is it open?
It's open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay.
And it's open from 9 to 7, but those hours might vary depending on volunteer availability. Sue Duncan, our president, runs the store from 9 to 2, and I run it from 2 to close. If someone's sick or something, we try to get somebody in there that can be a supervisor, but we're continually training them and managing the volunteers and helping them develop, and that's another actually great benefit of becoming a member is the volunteering. It's not just wiping shelves and scooping flour. Obviously you have to do that, but you learn a lot. I mean, I've built my skill set up, and it's actually really fun to be there. I wouldn't be there for as long as I did if it wasn't, and it's very social, everyone's friendly.
It's true, that's what I recall about it also.
I kind of feel like we embrace like the best of the past, but we're also looking very much forward and progressing. And I feel like I've been progressing because of the co-op. I've grown a lot.
Oh my God, that's so well said, Alesa. That's really something. Tell us about the festival.
Okay, so it's our 3rd annual festival. We used to run for free in a small space in Moreau as an incubator space to help us learn how to be a grocery store. None of us have ever done it before at the time. And we had our festival in Crandall Park. But this year we're moving it to City Park, and we are hoping for about 40 tables. There'll be face painting, different food vendors, and kids' activities.
That's wonderful.
I really wanted kids' activities. I wasn't sure if we could swing it, and then I had a couple volunteers swoop in and say, we've got it. So it's going to be really fun for the whole family.
And
I'm planning on getting my face painted. It's May 22nd, and it's from 12 to 5, and it's going to be at the same time as our grand reopening. It was really a soft opening. We didn't have everything, but we're building up our inventory, and we're going to have, more of an event. There's going to be music. There's going to be a raffle. People that come in can get member for a day cards. So the next time they come back, they get a 5% discount that day just to see how awesome it is.
You know what? It's so well done and so well thought out. I've seen the space in Glens Falls, and it's a beautiful indoor space. And truth be told, I remember Rich Serena was telling me that one of the things that they were trying so desperately to get was a refrigeration system, and they managed to do that because they have a wonderful relationship with another food co-op who got a grant. You get the idea. It's a community. Everybody's helping and everybody's working together. Don't forget, May 22nd is a festival. You can learn more about the food co-op. You can help support the food co-op. And honestly, I made a list here I just want to go back to. It's vegetables and it's fruit, and obviously the summer's coming, so there'll be more fruit. Local meats, I think this is really important. Cheese, milk, yogurts. And the other thing that they do any day, during the day, they have wonderful sandwiches, soups, and salads. And I have friends that work in downtown Glens Falls and go over there for lunch. And that's really a nice thing, too. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And telling about it and bringing all the goodies. Look at this. And I'll see you at the market.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.